Who would you say is the most influential figure in the world of houseplants? Is it Michael Perry, Mr. Plant Geek? What about Kevin Espiritu from Epic Gardening? Or maybe even someone like Hilton Carter, the famous plant stylist. Now, while all of those are good contenders for this title, there's someone else that I think a lot of you already know about, but I gotta plug him because he's my boy, he's a good friend, and that's Tanner the planter, Tanner Mitchell. So Tanner started off, like a lot of you, just as a houseplant keeper that was working in other industries. He then quickly found out that he had a real knack for caring for houseplants. Some would even call it a gift. And through the encouragement of his family and his kids, he started posting plant care tips on platforms like TikTok, which then quickly grew into a massive creator account that spread onto all of the other social media platforms. And then eventually spurred him on to start selling plants and actually start a retail store back in 2020, which, as we all remember, was a crazy year. Now, it wasn't long after that before I actually got to meet Tanner and his wife, Erica, because they only live about 2 hours away from me in Prosper, Texas. And we have been friends with them ever since. They've come up here to Wichita Falls multiple times. You may have seen them in some videos that we've collaborated on. But one thing about Tanner is that I don't think there is anyone else on earth that has given more free advice about how to care for houseplants than him. He has impacted millions and millions of houseplant keepers and helped them to be educated on how to care for their plants and to feel more confident in caring for and keeping their plants alive and healthy. Even I have learned from his tips and tricks regarding houseplants because that's his specialty, whereas I'm more of a general plant care horticulturist. But now you all out there in internet land have a chance to give back to Tanner and his family. And that's because he's spent the last year and a half writing a book, and it is super awesome. It's called For the Love of Houseplants, and not only has he poured his heart and soul into writing this, but it's also got beautiful pictures all throughout the book of his personal plant collection at his house and at his store. And it's available for pre-sale now. Now, I'm not getting anything for making this video. I'm not getting any kickback. I'm not getting paid to do this. I'm just doing this because I want to help a brother out. So the book is actually going to ship in April, so this coming spring, but it's really important that you can pre-order this book for several different reasons. Not only does pre-ordering a book ensure that you're going to have a copy on launch day in case they run out, which happens a lot, but it also helps the author, Tanner, in many different ways, including raising him up on the New York Times bestseller list. Pre-orders also help with the publishers, so that way they know how many books to print and how much market share they're going to give to this book compared to the other books that they're coming down the pipeline. So by pre-ordering, you are doing a massive favor to the publishers and to Tanner, and it's going to help boost this book before launch day and after launch day. So if you want the best house care plant tips, how to diagnose, how to care for them, how to fertilize, how to treat pests, it's all going to be in one book. It would make a great tabletop for a coffee table or as a gift for someone in your life. So if you'd like to pre-order For the Love of Houseplants, I'll leave a link down in the comments below.